We'll walk the road together hand in hand. Continue.
Good evening, good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Mark Harris, Chairman of the Board, members of the Board of Governors and Trustees, other board members, directors of the United Congregation of Israelites, Mr. Michael Matalon, Director of the Jewish Synagogue in Jamaica, Mr. Michael Thompson, Director of Hillel Academy, Mr. Lloyd Holmes, Principal of the High School, and Mrs. Carolyn Lee, Principal of the Prep School, Mrs. Laverne Parchment, President of the PTA, and other executive PTA members, staff of Hillel Academy, parents, invited guests, and graduates. Good evening and welcome to our Grade 11 virtual graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. I'm your Master of Ceremonies for this evening, Ms. Michaela Marshall, and it is an honor to be able to serve you in this capacity. Without further ado, let us formally begin our ceremony with the singing of the national anthem led by Mr. Lorenzo Hall, head of the Visual and Performing Arts Department. He will immediately be followed by Mr. Michael Matalon, Director of the Jewish Synagogue in Jamaica, who will bring us the invocation.
Shall we all stand for the singing? Eternal Father, bless our land, guard us with thine mighty hand, keep us free from evil powers, bring your light through countless halls. All leaders, great defender, and true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all, the response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Oh, let send us heavenly Father, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening to bless this graduating class of 2020. I ask you now to bow your heads for prayers. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shekianu v'higimanu v'higianu lazaman hozeh. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has kept us alive and sustained us and brought us to this happy occasion. Graduates around the world had their last day of school and did not even know it was their last. Lord, today we humbly ask you to comfort these graduates during these unsettling times and rain your blessings down on them. Today, their day of graduation. Fill them with the peace and serenity to accept their present circumstances. Lord, give them the strength and determination to persevere towards a brighter and promising future. Allow these young people to be appreciated for their work and help them to see the optimism of tomorrow. Lord, I ask that you give them courage, unbending faith, strong values, and generous spirits. Thank you for your unfailing love and bless them with bountiful opportunities as they transition to a new and exciting phase of their lives. In Jewish tradition, our final blessing. Yevareka Adonai v'yishmereka. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ye'er Adonai panav v'yikoneka. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav v'yasemleka shalom. May the Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give each and every one of you and your families the blessings of peace. Graduates, enjoy your life's journey. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Hall and Mr. Matalon. The theme chosen by the students this year is chapters, and it is a very fitting one, as our world is currently going through an unprecedented chapter in time. But in the midst of all we are seeing, hearing, feeling, and experiencing, students, please remember the following. Behind you are all your memories. Before you are all your dreams. Around you are all who love and support you. And within you, you have everything you need. The next two gentlemen on our program have been working tirelessly this academic year and have risen to the challenges that COVID-19 and school lockdowns have presented. They found for themselves and presented for students, parents, and staff opportunities for growth, adaptability, and genuine connection in the midst of all this. First, we will hear from our director, Mr. Michael Thompson, who will bring the welcome and charge, followed by Mr. Lloyd Holmes, principal of the high school, who will bring the principal's greetings and charge. Please welcome them. Mr. Thompson.
Board Chairman, board members, members of the United Congregation of Israelites, and Mr. Michael Matalan, PTA President, graduates, grade 11 graduates, parents, students and families, and of course staff members. Welcome to the grade 11 graduation ceremony. Of course, this is my first IGCSE graduation ceremony in Jamaica. I've been looking forward to it. Because it's a long time since I've been at an IGCSE graduation. Not all schools do them because people don't leave school at 16, but it's very appropriate with today's theme of chapters because this is the end of one chapter and the starting of a new one. This one has been a more distinguished chapter than you probably expected. Nobody could have predicted how the year was going to go on, but that makes it an even more important rite of passage because you completed a very important period in your lives, and whether you are staying with us at Hillel or moving elsewhere, it is coming towards the end of this chapter. The IGCSE chapter of your lives has not ended in the way anyone would have predicted. I remember some disappointment at the performances in the mock exams with the optimistic comments from the students, "We'll do better in the final exams." Because the IGCSE has always been dominated by its final exam. Unfortunately, the coronavirus disrupted those plans. And suddenly, completing your last assignments became vitally important because all your work would now count towards your final result. Personally, I like that because basically you're being assessed on continual assessment on every piece of work that you did and not a random examination at the end. And so I'm confident that now that Cambridge IGCSE has asked for all this information from the school, that you will get a very fair assessment and a very fair result at the end. And Had we had exams, a lot of people would have stood outside the door and said, good luck. And I wouldn't have been one of those students, because luck doesn't come into it. You get out of it what you put into it. So if you've worked hard over the last 2 years, I'm sure you'll be rewarded. And if you were leaving it till the last minute, then I think that's the learning outcome. You have to learn from that and know that any piece of work you hand in has to be your best, because it's very, very important. And you really don't know how it's going to be valued. So whether your next chapter is our outstanding International Baccalaureate Diploma program at Hillel, or whether you choose a program elsewhere, you must learn from this recent experience and work hard from the very beginning of that new course. I've noticed in the past, at the end of IGCSE, there's a bit of a tendency to say, we've worked very hard, we deserve to relax. And I completely agree with you. You do deserve to relax. That's why we give you the summer holidays. When you come back, really think of your program as more like a sprint, and do your best from the very beginning, because we don't know what new challenges are around the corner. Just today, I was on an online conversation where 2 days ago, all the schools in China who had reopened were now closed again because a second phase of COVID-19 had struck. So we are really looking forward to September and hoping we will have a very open campus, but who knows? We may be carrying on with the online. We'll see. So just to say that point again, the only thing we know at the moment is the unpredictability of the future. So make the most of the time that we've got. But I'd like to use the opportunity, because it's not just grade 11 students, it's many high school students will be watching this video and this live recording, live performance, and we have been very impressed with the older students, grade 10, 11, 12 and 13, with the way you've taken to online learning. You've really showed a great maturity in how you manage your own time. This has been very empowering for you, and it's been a great learning experience for me, because it's shown that if we give you more opportunities to responsibilities for your own education, you will respond. And that's the message. My charge will be to the teachers to say, when we're looking after students, it can't be one size fits all. Our senior students have deserved more space, more independence, more empowerment, and a phrase that you're going to hear repeatedly, more student voice. So thank you very much, high school, for the way you've accepted the new challenge this term. Really appreciated it. And also, by the time we reach June the 30th, we will probably have had a longer period of online learning than most schools in the world, which has its frustrations, we know that, but it's also giving you a great chance to learn skills that are going to really empower you as you move forward. So, you are rapidly approaching the end of this chapter, which has thrown all kinds of challenges at you, and you have risen to each one of them, and I congratulate you for that. Congratulations on completion of a demanding IGCSE program, and to wish you every success as you continue your educational journey. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, wherever you are, good evening. All protocols observed. The theme for this grade 11 graduation exercise, chapters. As an avid reader, it resonated with me because I thought about moving from one chapter to the next and how a story increases in its complexity, in its intensity. The plot thickens. The characters either get more interesting, they die, they do something to make you want to turn the next page. This period in time has been a chapter for all of us that has been, for want of a better word, interesting. But one of the things about chapters in life, I try to find the songs that match with whatever is happening in that chapter. Now, I have also looked at what's happening in the world around us. The COVID-19 pandemic is quite the story still. The recent happenings in the United States regarding the Black Lives Matter movement and how that has spread globally. So when I thought about those things, the first song that came to mind was the 1964 song based on an incident in Louisiana several months earlier, in which Sam Cooke, his wife, and band had their hotel reservations at a Holiday Inn denied on account of their race. The song in turn became an anthem for the American Civil Rights Movement. Some lyrics of the song says, "It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes, it will." Then I fast forwarded to 2011 and I remembered Ziggy Marley's song called Changes, which laments that money, ego, and greed dominate our modern society, and ordinary people need to band together for positive change. A few lyrics from that says, "Change for the better, not for the worse. Let's stand together and break our curses." Then, of course, one of the all-time favorites, "The Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson, which says, "If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change." If you are going to change the world, graduates of 2020, the question is asked now, why not start with what you can impact immediately and permanently? Yourself. That's the powerful message behind the 1988 song. The narrator decides to open his eyes to the hungry children and the homeless man on the street. He casts off the selfish love that has plagued him for so long and decides to change his ways. What an inspiration to become a better human being yourself. So switch that back to chapters. The world you're living in, graduates, is rapidly changing with each day. Each time you wake up in the morning, you're facing a new chapter. You have come now to the end of the chapter that we have called IGCSE. For the last 2 years, you have engaged in rigorous study, focused on what would have been in May, your final exams, where you would have shown on paper how much you garnered and how much you understood. What we are experiencing now, and the chapter we are experiencing, was inconceivable at the beginning of this year. And what a year it has been so far. For the remaining 6 months, there are many uncertainties in the minds of many as we continue to grapple with the COVID-19 pandemic, interracial tensions and social justice, global warming, and climate change. However, I like what Bob Goff says about uncertainty. Embrace uncertainty. Some of the most beautiful chapters in our lives won't have a title until much later. I believe that is excellent advice. If uncertainty is unacceptable to you, it turns into fear. If it is perfectly acceptable, it turns into increased aliveness, alertness, and creativity. Your journey at Hillel Academy has always been about equipping yourself with the tools as lifelong learners to make situations like this pandemic perfectly acceptable. Today's ceremony looks and feels very different from the norm. I appreciate how you may feel, as today would have been filled with joy, laughter, and excitement of sharing a very special occasion with your peers and families. Yes, it's a little different this year, but it does not detract from the fact that we are celebrating a phenomenal group of students. Among them are the Girls Soccer Fever champions, Math Olympiads, GISA Under-19 semifinalists, artists, activists, musicians, volleyballers, in essence, a group of very accomplished young men and women. Over the years, I have seen you display strong character, resilience, grit, and compassion as you have developed as students and individuals. Needless to say, I am extremely proud of how you have withstood the test of COVID-19, even though you didn't have the opportunity to prove yourself in the Cambridge tests. Over the last few weeks, as you have engaged in the Diploma Program Foundation course, I have had the opportunity to read some of your reflections that underpin the high level of growth that you have experienced in spite of what is happening around you. In the words of some of your own colleagues, over the past few weeks, I have learned many skills that I will use in my life. The experience in each session I have engaged in have been fun. I am especially glad we got to learn the different concepts. It provided a way of learning in a different format. I comprehended many things in this program, such as argument maps, fallacies, research types, and how to formulate a research question, and different approaches of research, literacy, scientific, and cultural. These will apply to me when I will be doing my IA in each subject and EE as well. Lastly, I just want to say this program broadened my horizon and developed my thinking skills. Karina, over these past 4 weeks of being a part of this amazing program, I have learned more than I expected to. I have gained knowledge about things I didn't even know I needed. At first, I didn't think these classes were going to be of any use to me in the future. But now, after coming to class every day, learning new things and becoming familiar with skills and certain things, I am sad it is over. I have learned things I can use every day at school, at home, and just everywhere. It was just a great experience, and I really liked it. Thank you. Kashish. This course has been so interesting and helpful. I can definitely say I feel more comfortable starting the IB program. I know that I can use the research tools to help me with all my work. I have never learned any of this before or in such a great detail, so I have really been informed in many aspects. From learning about research questions, argument maps, writing disciplines, sampling, and questionnaires. This program really helped develop my critical thinking skills. I really appreciated how practical the lessons are and will definitely help me with my future assignments. Thank you. You're all so amazing. Anna Issa. How you perceive and adapt makes all the difference. You can enthusiastically embrace change, try to deny it, or stubbornly resist. Today, I challenge you to enthusiastically embrace the opportunities and challenges presented by the current status quo. I was laughing recently at the memory of how grade 11 young men, Brandon and company, who had eaten lunch in front of the high school office for the last 3 to 5 years. They were suddenly overthrown and displaced by the new cohort of grade 7 alphas. The grade 7 boys came in and occupied and would not budge. But as they say here in Jamaica, unfair game played twice. Because these same grade 11 boys had done the same thing in their grade 7 years to the grade 11 students at the time. The short story is, this is a change the grade 11 boys had to embrace and use the opportunity to establish new ground for themselves. For some of you, your high school journey will continue here at Hillel Academy in the IB program. For others, it will be to explore new opportunities abroad. So I will leave you with the advice given by Jeff Foster. Leave everything undefined, including yourself. Befriend uncertainty. Fall in love with mystery. Kneel at the altar of not knowing. Give your questions time to breathe, and the answers will find you. Like you, I have always wanted a perfect ending. Now I have learned through experiences like COVID-19 that some poems don't rhyme, and some stories don't have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment and making the best of it, without knowing what's going to happen in the next chapter. Delicious ambiguity. So celebrate these moments, different though they are, and revel in the fact that when life gives you lemons, yes, you can make lemonade. Uncertain the times may be, but you can be certain in yourself and your ability to rise up and have an impact in the space that you are in. Walk good, wear your face mask, wash your hands, keep your physical distance, but always remember to stay Hillel Panther strong. Thank you.
So graduates, Mr. Thompson shared of the value of putting in work every day of your journey and asked us to think about the unpredictability of the future. Mr. Holmes took us on a musical journey, and through that, a charge to do what you can, where you are, with what you have. What you can do is embrace opportunity and even embrace uncertainty. Wonderful, wonderful, wise words. Thank you, gentlemen. We will now have the announcement of diplomas and certificates awarded by the grade 11 form teachers, Mrs. Yamila Nyon Gonzalez, Ms. Shamara West, and Ms. Heidi Stewart.
Joel Abraham. Joel received Diploma of Graduation. Said Abu Al-Sulov. Said received Diploma of Graduation, second class honors in Mathematics, Physics, Business, and Economics. Matthew Alexander. Diploma of Graduation. Brandon Anderson. Brandon received Diploma of Graduation, second class honors in Additional Mathematics, Biology, Chemistry, Physics, Spanish, and Business. Rachel Asan. Rachel received Diploma of Graduation, second class honors in English Language, English Literature, Chemistry, Business, Economics, and Music. She also received a CAS honors and she received Subject Award for Music. Alexandra Azar, Diploma of Graduation, honors in Drama. Gabriel Azar, Diploma of Graduation, honors in Business. Tyler Beckford, Diploma of Graduation, second class honors. He received honors in Biology, Physics, and Business. Christian Bell, Diploma of Graduation. He received honors in Business and Economics. Agustina Busi, Diploma of Graduation, second class honors. She received honors in Physics, French, and Economics. Patrick Campbell, Diploma of Graduation. Ashley Ann Cespedes. She received Diploma of Graduation, second class honors. She received honors in English Language, Mathematics, Biology, Geography, Spanish, Business, and Economics. Bradley Cheresin, Diploma of Graduation. He received honors in Geography and Business. Johnny Shen. He received Diploma of Graduation, second class honors in Mathematics, Arts, and Design and Business. Annabelle Sean. She received Diploma of Graduation, second class honors. She received honors in English Language, English Literature, mathematics, biology, history, Spanish, business, and economics. Annabelle also received subject awards in English language and history.
Lauren Collahar, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with Honors Awards in Biology, Geography, Business, and Economics. Roger DaCosta, Diploma of Graduation, with Honors Awards in Business. TJ Deidre, Diploma of Graduation. Annalise Francis, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with Honors Awards in Biology, Physics, Spanish, and Business. She also receives a subject award in Spanish. Matthew Fulton, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with Honors Awards in Spanish, Business, and Economics. Karina Gurunani, Diploma of Graduation, First Class Honors, with Honors Awards in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Physics, Geography, Spanish, Business, and Information and Communication Technology. She also received subject awards in Geography and ICT. Savannah Hill, Diploma of Graduation. Anna Issa, Diploma of Graduation, First Class Honors, with Honors Awards in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Physics, Geography, Art and Design, Spanish, and Business. She also receives a CAS Honors and a Subject Award in Art and Design. Zachary Josephs, Diploma of Graduation. Kelechi Kamalu, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with Honors Awards in English Language, English Literature, Mathematics, Biology, Chemistry, Physics, Spanish, and Economics. She also receives a CAS Honors and a Subject Award in Economics. Sanvigol Mariani, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with Honors Awards in Biology, Physics, and French, and a CAS Honors Award. Tafina Mukulu, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with Honors Awards in English Language, English Literature, Biology, History, Drama, and Economics. Tafina also receives a Subject Award in Drama. Karthik Purushottam, Diploma of Graduation, First Class Honors, with Honors Awards in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Biology, Chemistry, Physics, French, and Economics. He also receives Subject Awards in Additional Mathematics, Biology, Chemistry, and French. Tajur Reed, Diploma of Graduation. Alexis Roberts, Diploma of Graduation.
Savannah Robinson, Diploma of Graduation, with Honors in Geography. Amanda Rodriguez, Diploma of Graduation, First Class Honors, with Honors in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Physics, History, Geography, French, and Business. Amanda also receives the Subject Prize Award for English Literature, Physics, French, and Business. Zoe Russell, Diploma of Graduation. Celine Samuels, Diploma of Graduation, with Honors in Mathematics and Business. Alexander Sarju, Certificate of Graduation. Blake Shakir, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in English Language, English Literature, Mathematics, Biology, Physics, Business, and ICT. Matthew Taylor, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in Mathematics, Biology, History, Art and Design, and Business. Kashish Takurani, Diploma of Graduation, with honors in Spanish and Business. Kashish also receives a CAS Honors Award. Mackenzie Thompson, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in English Language, English Literature, Mathematics, Biology, Geography, and Business. Alyssa Tuzelin, Diploma of Graduation, First Class Honors, with honors in English Language, English Literature, Mathematics, Biology, Chemistry, Physics, Spanish, and Business. Alyssa also receives the Subject Award Prize in Mathematics and Spanish. She's also the recipient of a CAS Honor Award. Catherine Walcott, Diploma of Graduation. Joseph Winemaster, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in English Language, Biology, and Drama. Krista Young, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in English Language, English Literature, Biology, Physics, French, and Economics. Kate Zacher, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in English Language, English Literature, Mathematics, Biology, Chemistry, History, Spanish, and Business. Kate also receives a CAS Honor Award. Nina Zeng, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in Art and Design, Business, and ICT. Winnie Zeng, Diploma of Graduation, Second Class Honors, with honors in Physics, Art and Design, Business, and Economics.
Thank you, ladies. And a note to add that Karina Gurnani is also a recipient of a CAS Honor Award. We will now have Mr. Lloyd Holmes presenting the Principal's Honor Roll awardees, and this will immediately be followed by the announcement of special and major awards.
I am proud to announce the students who have made the Principal's Honor Roll for Grade 11 Graduation 2020. These are students who have obtained honors in all subjects with at least 4 first honors. This year, we have 5 recipients. Firstly, we have Karina Gurnani, honors in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Physics, Geography, Spanish, Business Studies, Information and Communication Technology. Congratulations. Next, Anna Issa, honors in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Physics, Geography, Art and Design, Spanish, and Business Studies. Congratulations. Up next, we have Karthik Purushottam, honors in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Biology, Chemistry, Physics, French, and Economics. Congratulations. Next up, we have Amanda Rodriguez, honors in English Language, English Literature, Additional Mathematics, Physics, History, Geography, French, and Business Studies. Congratulations. And finally, we have Alyssa Tuzelin, honors in English language, English literature, mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, Spanish, and business studies. Well done.
Grade 11 Special Awards. Sports Awards. Awarded to the students who have been enthusiastic, reliable, and talented team players in inter-school and inter-house competitions. The Female Sports Awards is shared, and the recipients are Mackenzie Thompson and Annalise Francis. The Male Sports Award goes to Blake Shakir. The Jennifer Marshallek Award. It's given to a student who has demonstrated original thinking and good inquiry skills, the ability to follow instructions and work well with a team, and has also maintained a very high standard in at least one of the sciences. And the Jennifer Marshallek Award is shared as well between Kelechi Kamalu and Karthik Purushottam. Doris Main Award, given to a student who has an interest in the knowledge of text, who is widely read, has excellent writing skills, and contributes relevantly to class discussion. And the Doris Main Award goes to Amanda Rodriguez. Modern Languages Awards. The Vivian Lewis Cup for Spanish and La Coupe Tricolore are awarded to students who have demonstrated excellence in the skills of foreign language acquisition, commitment to the study of the language, and have participated actively in modern language initiatives. The Vivian Lewis Cup for Spanish is shared between Matthew Fulton and Anna Issa. And La Coupe Tricolore is shared as well by Sanvi Gul Moriani and Amanda Rodriguez. The Alfredo Bennett History Award. The Alfredo Bennett Award is presented to the student of world history who has demonstrated a sound knowledge and understanding of historic issues from a diversity of perspectives, and who has also shown an appreciation and mastery of the skills of historic inquiry and exposition, and has worked assiduously in the discipline throughout the year, demonstrating the attributes of perseverance, enthusiasm, and determination. And the Alfredo Bennett Award goes to Kate Zaka and Amanda Rodriguez. The J. Shri Kumara Swami Mathematics Cup is awarded for excellence in mathematical thinking. And the J. Shri Kumara Swami Award goes to Karthik Purushottam. The Sheila Purdom Creative and Performing Arts Award, awarded to the student who has made a significant contribution to the life of the school through the creative and performing arts. And the Sheila Purdom Creative and Performing Arts Award goes to Sanvi Gul Moriani. CAS Award. The Creativity, Activity and Service Award is awarded to the student who has contributed to the community through exemplary participation in a range of collaborative projects and experiences that span creativity, activity, and service. The student has been an outstanding role model for peers through their experiential learning journey due to their responsible decision-making and problem-solving, excellent interpersonal skills, and reflective approach. The recipient of this award is tirelessly committed to bringing about positive change and has demonstrated enthusiasm and commitment throughout the period. And the CAS Award goes to Anna Issa. The Citizenship Award. Awarded to a student who has demonstrated outstanding support for the goals of the class, the house, and school. The student should possess a sense of responsibility, initiative, and good moral values. And the Citizenship Award goes to Anna Issa. The Principal's Award. Awarded to the boy and girl achieving the highest cumulative average in academic subjects. The female recipient of the Principal's Award is Amanda Rodriguez. And the male recipient for the Principal's Award is Karthik Purushottam. The Hillel Award. The Hillel Award is our highest accolade and is given to a well-rounded student who has high academic standards in all subjects, has actively participated in the creative and performing arts, has supported the school in sports and other co-curricular activities and house activities, has a caring and responsible attitude towards community service, and has demonstrated leadership skills in at least one aspect of school life. And the Hillel Award is shared by Anna Issa and Alyssa Kuzema. Congratulations to all students. Well done and well deserved. In Latin, the word valedictorian means farewell sayer. And while everyone knows that valedictorians get the honor of giving the goodbye speech during graduation on behalf of their class, there are a few qualities that they also possess. They tend to be positive and generally optimistic individuals. They welcome challenge. They're inquirers. They possess a natural curiosity, a spirit of adventure, and enjoy connection with others. This evening, the two students who have the pleasure of sharing with us in the capacity of valedictorians are Alyssa Tuzalin and Karthik Purushottam.
Good evening, distinguished ladies, gentlemen, and graduates. This is an unusual predicament we found ourselves in. From what you can make of the 2 pixels I've managed to load on your screen, my name is Karthik, the least socially competent in our year, and I was chosen as one of the speakers for our final high school speech, the valedictorian speech, in fact. Regardless of my insecurities, though, I hope to summarize this last chapter of our lives in the least cringy way possible, hopefully. In the 5 years we spent together, juggling personal lives, hobbies, families, and the ever-impending doom that was IGCSE, we trained our minds day after day, relentlessly practicing how best to tear down a poem into a cohesive, yet mediocre 5-paragraph essay. We grew closer, and without realizing it, we started a new chapter in our lives. As for a big bad antagonist that was the IGCSE exams, it was reduced to no more than a soft corona-filled breeze.
I'm Alyssa Tuzlin, and it is an honor to be chosen as one of your valedictorians for 2020. We've learned so many things in our 5 years at Hillel, and I'm happy to say that we've made it to the end of grade 11. We're turning a chapter in our lives, whether going into IB or elsewhere. We are more mature now, one step closer to adulthood, and I, for one, could admit that's scary. Before you buy a book, what is the first thing you do? If your answer is that you read the back of the book for a summary, then you have the same answer I do. Our lives are like stories without the preview, and there is no way of knowing what will happen next. As life goes on, unexpected twists and turns are thrown at you without warnings, and you have no control over them. You just have to figure out what to do next. On March 12th, an email was sent to the entire school, informing us that school would be closed for the next 2 weeks due to the spread of the coronavirus. Everyone was expected to abruptly adjust their plans to make provision for the unexpected. The school was forced to figure out how teaching and learning would continue, despite the fact that no one could leave their homes. Teachers had to figure out ways to give students to replace exams. Everyone was expected to think of creative ways to get things done, because in reality, life goes on. Two things that quarantine has shown us is that you have to have patience and you have no complete control over life. So after reading the back of the book, you read the first chapter, I should hope. So I'm going to take you back to my first chapter at Hillel. I remember it was the first week in grade 7. My friends and I sat at a table, which apparently was for the grade 11 students at the time. I remember them just staring at us and having no idea why. To this day, I don't think I've sat at that table again. I remember seeing their graduation pictures and dreaming of the day we would all walk up on the stage to collect our diplomas. Well, that dream clearly went out the window because most of you are sitting in your living room with your pajamas on. So much has changed since then. For starters, the size of our school bags has significantly decreased, along with the length of our skirts. And the price of a box lunch has actually increased. No, but seriously, we have matured so much since grade 7. We have learned street smarts and book smarts, and we no longer run to the cafeteria at lunchtime. Most of us know all good stories have conflict, whether conflict with the environment, other people, or with oneself. Thank you, Ms. Fraser. I think it's safe to say that we have all faced many challenges in our lives, this pandemic being one of them. From the beginning of our journey at Hillel, we have been forced to work in groups, which has taught us to think collaboratively. However, there were a few ups and downs, as I think we all struggled with procrastination. Mark Cooley once said, "Procrastination makes easy things hard and hard things harder." And we have definitely learned that the hard way this year.
Our IGCSE years have also taught us many more lessons and ways to face them. And we should celebrate by looking back, because our IGCSE years were never just about IGCSE. You never read a book to get to the end, but to experience the journey. And this journey for us taught us life lessons that slowly changed and built character. Some people say that all the cells in our body are replaced every 7 years. But the kids that entered Hillel 5 years ago are no more than a distant memory. Leaving behind parts of ourselves may be scary for some, as novel experiences will never be relived again, at least never in the same way. Close friends will drift apart, no matter how hard you try to say #intouch. Others may be happy to leave behind their past selves, hoping that in the new year, no one will bring up the number of test tubes they'd broken every lab class, or the incidents in the drama room. Not speaking from personal experience, of course. But regardless of our experiences and wishes, we are forced to turn to the next page. It's been a very tough few years, but it's amazing how all of us are still here to this day. We worked hard throughout, and we have to thank all the teachers that have pushed us, shouted, argued, joked, and laughed. But nonetheless, they helped us build our character. They were almost like our parents who want the best for us and guided us through the right path. So yes, it is an emotional day, as some will end their journey at Hillel Academy, and some will continue through the IB Diploma program. But for all of us, it's a new start to face future challenges in which Hillel Academy has taught us to build our strengths and face obstacles which we can overcome. This has been one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
We want to thank our parents for being by our sides this entire time. You have all been there to guide us and encourage us to be the best versions of ourselves. There's no way we could have done it without your love and support. As we graduate tonight, it is not just a celebration for the graduates, but for the teachers, the parents, and everyone who helped us get here today. My fellow graduates, I leave with you today the words of William Arthur Ward. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. Happy graduation.
thank you, Alyssa and Karthik, for a trip down memory lane and a look into the future. Jamaican musical ambassador Coffee, in her award-winning single Toast, tells us that gratitude is a must. And so now I invite Anna Issa from the graduating class of 2020 to bring the vote of thanks.
Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors, parents, teachers, family, friends, administrative staff, and my fellow graduates, a pleasant good evening to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anna Issa, and on the behalf of the graduating class of 2020, it is my privilege to show our appreciation to all who have made this event possible. My fellow graduates, let us take a moment to think about going through our high school journey without our parents and guardians, teachers, director, principal, and the list goes on. I am sure chaos came to your mind, because there is no way we could be where we are today without the many people who have supported us so selflessly. I would first like to say thank you to the chairman, Mr. Harris, our director, Mr. Thompson, and our principal, Mr. Holmes, for outstandingly steering the Hillel ship and for overseeing all aspects of school life with an open mind. Without your hard work and decision-making, today would not have happened. Thank you for making this ceremony a reality while considering the safest and best option in these unprecedented times. I would also like to thank Mr. Matalon for delivering the invocation. A huge thank you to the graduation committee, including Ms. Francis, Mrs. Igby, the PTA. You all took this unusual circumstance that we are in and still made it possible to have this wonderful ceremony. Your tireless work and effort is so very appreciated. A special thanks to Ms. Francis for organizing the overall event as well as the purchasing of rings and trophies. Your diligent work has not gone unnoticed. Most of us consider Hillel our home away from home, and that is true because of the family created here. Thank you to our teachers, especially our form teachers, Mrs. Enyon, Miss Stewart, and Miss West, for giving us advice and mentoring us through a range of challenges, and to Auntie Laverne for being a second mother to many of us. You have been by our side from our first steps to the Hillel Gate up until now. So thank you for coaching us through our current situation and for equipping us to thrive as we embark on this new and exciting phase in our lives. Thank you to the Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Marshall, for excellently leading today's ceremony as usual. I know we have all counted on Mrs. McCain, whether it be for a late slip or candy to ease the day's stress. So a big thank you to you and all that you do for us. To the technical support team, this would be impossible without you, literally. So we are so grateful for your skills and assistance throughout this new normal. To Ms. McKnight, thank you for printing the lovely diplomas and certificates, and to Mrs. Hunter for your incredible assistance. To our photographers, Mr. and Mrs. Perkins, thank you for our beautiful graduation photographs and for capturing these special memories. We are so very grateful for Mr. Hyatt and the maintenance team for keeping our campus and classrooms beautiful, and also for the work they have done assisting with preparations. Thank you as well to Ms. McPherson for your admirable service and assistance in making this space a welcoming one. Ms. Lynn and the canteen staff, it is safe to say you have blessed our high school experience with the best box lunches I've ever eaten. So thank you from the bottom of my stomach. I know your job is tough, so a big, big thank you to the security team for protecting not only us, but our gorgeous campus. To our beloved parents, family members, and friends, you have all been a sense of hope and comfort when we were stressed and loaded with work. So thank you for your continued support. And finally, A special thanks to my fellow graduates. This has been a very difficult transition for most of us, but we have been in it together. So thank you for believing and supporting each other, and a very big congratulations to you all. Thank you, and have a lovely evening.
Thank you, Anna. Very, very well said. The last two items on our program will run in succession. First, we will have one of our very graduates this evening performing Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish, and that will be followed by a video presentation entitled IGCSE Highlights, put together by the graduating class. At this time, let us welcome Tyler Beckford with Ocean Eyes.
marching band. I am the people. Oh, I am a helping hand. I am a hero. If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look them in the face and say, I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest. And I'm that little bit of hope when my back's up against the ropes. I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. In the ring of life, I'll reign love. I made it. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit. I'm that little bit. Oh, yeah. I can feel it. Feel it. I'm the world's greatest. Whoa. I'm that star up in the sky. Oh, yes, I am. I done made it. The world's greatest. And I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the wall, I could feel the world's greatest. I saw the light and that star up in the tunnel. Even the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The world's greatest. The rainbow's right there. That little bit. Ooh, yeah. My back's against the locked door. Now I can just walk. The world's greatest. And it's the
I've seen a lot of pain, but I don't want to write a love song for the world. I just want to write a song about a boy and a girl. Junkies on the corner always calling my name, and the kids on the corner playing ghetto games. When I saw you getting down, girl, I hope it was you. And when I look into your eyes, I knew it was true. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Now I'm not a highly metaphysical man, but I know when the stars are aligned, you can bump into a person in the middle of the road, look into their eyes and you suddenly know. Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you, dancing in and out in the middle of June. My mama told me don't lose you, cause the best luck I had was you. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I said, rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey mama, close to you.
Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey papa, kick up your shoes.
Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you. I said, hey mama, close to you.
Rocking in the dance hall, moving with you.
I said, hey mama, 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 hey mama. What you gonna do? Well, my mama told me don't lose you, cause the best luck I had was you. And I know one thing, that I love you. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back, come around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. I said, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back, coming around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Rocking in the dance.
Wonderful, wonderful. Man, some of them haven't changed, right? That's true. All right, so I just want to say, congratulations, grade 11 class of 2020. You did it! I leave with you some wise words by Oprah, which she delivered online in her speech this year to the graduating classes of 2020. And she said, even though there may not be pomp because of our circumstances, never has a graduating class been called to step into the future with more purpose, vision, passion, energy, and hope. And as it is the message of our Hillel Academy school song, I charge you to continue learning for living, learning to share, caring for each other, and being proud of all you have accomplished here and stepping into what the future holds for you. I have been Michaela Marshall, your Master of Ceremonies for the evening. Have a wonderful one and good night.